Next, we're going to show the tools that come in the customer timing kit. We have a 2.5 millimeter handle hex tool. Then we have a 2.0 handle hex tool. This is our loop lift timing clamp, our loop lift timing gauge, 2.2 millimeter, and a 2.0 L Allen hex tool with a ball end. You will also need a regular size, average, medium, number 3 size straight flat screwdriver, which is not included in the kit because most people have that. Now we're going to show the different parts of the hook assembly. So here we have the hook assembly with a bobbin case and bobbin in the hook assembly outside of the machine. On the front face of the bobbin case we have a little screw, which in this case, on this bobbin case, is for adjusting the brake spring. The brake spring is so that I don't get backlash on the bobbin when I start and stop, which we do a lot in quilting. This screw should always be recessed in the hole, because if it sticks out, the thread on the screw will catch the sewing thread and cut the thread. Here I have the latch. We have a locator here that the end of the latch goes into to locate the bobbin case, and then we have the spot where the stop finger keeps this from turning. The bobbin case and the basket stay stationary as the hook assembly rotates around it. We'll show that in a minute. So this is the hook assembly. We're going to go ahead and take the bobbin case out now. And then we see the center pin. The center pin here does not turn because it's held stationary along with the rest of the basket by the stop finger right here in this little notch. This is the bobbin case basket. Here's the bobbin case basket outside of the hook assembly. Here we can see again the pin that the bobbin case snaps on, the notch for the stop finger. We have two little nubs that are recessed here, but they actually stick down below here, and they position the bobbin case along with the positioner here. On the race of the basket, we have a cutter at the end, and then 3 other little notches, which are cutters. So if thread gets stuck in this race, we can rock our hand wheel and cut the threads out, then pull the threads out of the hook with some tweezers. You'll notice the back of the basket is very polished and has certain angles on it, and that is because the back of the loop, when we do the stitching, goes behind that, and that makes it slide through smoothly. We also have an opening in the race for the back of the loop to pass through to the back side. The front of the loop slides over the front of the bobbin case, so the bobbin case should be very polished. This one is getting a little bit of a dark color on it, so it would be better if I polish this very shiny so that the thread would pass over it very smooth. So back to the assembly. On the hook itself, if I rotate the basket down, you can see that I can see very clearly the hook point. Coming the opposite direction is my gib. It has kind of a 90-degree corner on it here with 2 or 3 screws in it, and then the end of the gib is facing the opposite direction of the hook point. It helps direct the thread the direction I want it to go when the loop is formed. On the side here we have a big, with multiple screws in it, thread lifting cam, which helps lift the thread over the bobbin case so that the thread on the loop won't get stuck on the bottom of the bobbin case. On the back of the hook assembly we have a big counterweight, which is also ground flat on one side. You'll notice on each side of this flat we have a fixing screw which fixes my 2 screws to the hook shaft. So now that's kind of important because when you're timing the machine you're going to be looking for those screws, so you know that there's one on each side of the flat. That'll help you later on.